Festival season is, of course, upon us, and next Friday, The One Show will be live from Glastonbury.
But here's a story of how a tiny village in Essex had a go at putting on a festival in 1971, which now is the stuff of legends.
Brilliant.
My name's Ray Clark. I've been a radio presenter for more than 30 years. But in this field, in Essex, in 1971, I witnessed the greatest accidental rock festival ever held. The Weeley Festival. 10,000 were expected to attend. 150,000 turned up. And they just couldn't cope. I was a 17-year-old Essex lad and came along with my friends. It was an overwhelming experience.
We looked out the bedroom window and all you could see was people.
I went home for about 4 hours sleep over the 3 days.
Mum's friend had T-Rex in for a bath for £1.
I'd been researching the history of Weeley Festival to find out how a little local festival became so huge. Every year, Clacton Round Table held a charity event, usually something like a donkey derby. But in 1971, they decided on a modest pop concert for local bands. Dick Farrow and Graham Syret were two of the organisers.
And then Mungo Jerry said that he'd be interested in performing, and that's when it really all mushroomed.
Having booked local band Mungo Jerry, the committee turned to concert booker Colin King. In 1970, the huge Isle of Wight festival, attended by 500,000 people, finally got out of hand. And the 71 festival was cancelled. That left a lot of bands without a festival to go to. Colin King booked them. It also meant that a lot more than 10,000 punters were now headed for Weeley.
We were far too naive. I mean, the plumber member, he did all the plumbing, the electrician did all the electrics. Interestingly, the 3 solicitors got the job of looking after the car park.
Tell me about sanitary arrangements.
It was just a trench. I do believe some lost their wallets and no one is ever going to get them retrieved.
To lure some of the original punters back into the field where it happened, The One Show has invited Mungo Jerry to play Weeley once again.
We're always happy, nice to live in, yeah, that's our philosophy.
What I remember about it was seeing all the people dancing around, and it was just so great. It's a really, really fairy tale story, isn't it? Let's raise some money so we can buy some more tea scones. And it turns into this absolutely massive event.
Although locals bought official tickets, they were easy to forge.
The ticket was a black and white thing, and in order to stop people counterfeiting it, the Round Table had put a stamp on it which said Chemist Limited Clacton.
And many concert goers didn't bother.
The barriers were knocked down and then suddenly it became a free festival. Numbers escalated to, some say 150,000, some say 200,000. I just know it was a lot.
I was there with my friend Alan, but we weren't very well prepared. We had no sleeping bag, no tent, but an outer of baked beans and a dozen eggs.
No can opener, nothing to cook with.
For music fans, it was unforgettable.
The faces, T-Rex, Lindy's Farm with a grease band. I've got memories of status quo, something like 5 o'clock in the morning.
Rod Stewart, he had a pink satin suit, came on drinking from a wine bottle, and then away they went, and they're fantastic.
Food provision was completely inadequate. It was a bonanza for the local baker. So, Hosh, your dad was the baker.
Baked solid for about 3 days, never went to bed.
Good day for business.
He took a year's takings in a weekend.
Extra police were recruited. Policeman Peter Went was one of those who volunteered.
I've never seen a sight like it in my life. Some are semi-naked, some walking about starkers. Somebody having sex, you stepped over and said to your colleague, oh, yes, they were. Oh, I thought they were. Carry on.
Local band Mustard were booked for the festival. But one look at the lineup and the huge crowds, and they got stage fright. Their drummer was Baker's son, Hoss.
I wish really we had just gritted our teeth and done it, but we declined right at the last minute. Shame, really.
We can't have a sad ending, so The One Show has given Mustard a second chance. At last they get to play Weeley.
It was the Weeley Music Festival.
It was super. Haven't seen anything like it since, although I've been to dozens of festivals.
And it was August 1971.
Thank you.
Will be on the Legends stage at Glastonbury. No, they won't. Sorry, but they're great.